Hey guys, what's up? So today I thought I'd try something a little different, and I thought I'd do kind of like a real life discussion kind of video, because I know most people release just RuneScape content, and yeah, I'm doing that as well, but I thought it'd be quite nice to do like something a little different, maybe once a week, have a little discussion with a real life camera, and maybe we can put that into some other videos if you guys end up liking it. So the topic of today is going to be sleep, and the reason I'm doing this is because last night I went to bed at probably about 2 in the morning, and I was just laying there, and I was like trying to think of a video to do for today, so I couldn't really sleep, and it took about an hour and a half until I actually got to sleep, so it was 3:30, and I set an alarm for 10:30, so my alarm goes off, and I just put it on snooze, like okay, have another 5 minutes as you do, and then do it again, have another 5 minutes, and then it went to 11:15, and then I just ended up going, whatever, I'm just going to go back to sleep. So I woke up at 2:30, and then I thought, wow, my sleeping pattern is really messed up right now. And my question to you is, do you think that RuneScape affects sleeping patterns? Because for me, I'm going to say yes, because for one, I don't know where all you guys live, but in the UK, the server or whatever for RuneScape updates at 1 in the morning, and that is when Squeal of Fortune updates. So say if I wanted to go to bed at about 12, this is going to sound really sad by the way, I'll be like, oh, Squeal of Fortune now, let's just wait for that. So that'd be another hour gone. So do Squeal of Fortune, and it's 1 o'clock, and then also Red Sandstone update then, so you're like, oh, I may as well do that. So that's probably about 20 minutes gone. And then you've probably got talking to people, because you've been like, oh, this is what I got from Squeal of Fortune. And so you're a bit more awake now. And then, so by the time you actually get into bed, it's probably about 1:30, maybe a bit left, a bit more even. So last night was 2. So yeah, that is how I think Squeal of Fortune, RuneScape can affect it. And also, say if you're like close to a level, maybe 50k XP off, and say if you're doing agility, so let's say that takes about an hour, and it's maybe about 12 like before, you may as well be like, oh, I want to get this level, I'm just going to stay on for an extra hour. So I don't know about you guys, but I do think it does affect sleeping patterns. So leave your what you think in the comments below, and maybe we can get a little discussion kind of thing going. I think that would be quite cool. And also another thing I wanted to talk about to do with sleep as well is because I have quite a lot of trouble sleeping at the moment, especially just because exams coming up, you kind of think about that. So there's a lot of things on my mind, and with this kind of YouTube thing, it's kind of exciting, I guess. It's really cool to release videos for you guys, and I always want to release some good content, so I am thinking about it went up just before I go to sleep, so what I can release the next day. So today I got off, and then I got ready, and then just started recording this video because it's fresh in my mind. I want to record this video. So 2 days ago I found some like quite chill music. I'll leave a link in the description, and I started listening to it before I went to sleep, and 2 nights ago I fell asleep listening to this music, and I was like, oh, this is great, this has made me fall asleep. But yesterday when I did it, it was working. It's about 10 minutes long, so I listened to it once and I was like, yeah, I'm feeling a bit sleepy, and then I listened to it again, and my mind started to wander because it's kind of like got some rain in the background, it's kind of jazzy. So I was like, I don't know if you remember any of these like old style films, but it reminds me of like a detective sitting in like a coffee diner in like the 1950s at like 3 in the morning, just drinking a cup of coffee by himself. And I was like, wow, this is getting a bit weird, because I was proper thinking about it, and you know, with their big overcoats and whatever. So yeah, that didn't actually help me get to sleep that any time after that. I was just kind of thinking about this random detective, and I was like, oh wow, okay, this kind of sucks. So that didn't help me sleep either. So if you guys have any tips to get to sleep, leave them in the comments below as well, because that'd be really appreciated. And I'm sure many of you have this trouble, because I really do think, especially just not RuneScape specifically, but just gaming in general does affect sleeping patterns, just because people kind of want to play this game, and especially at night, it's like where you're trying to relax, you'll kind of want to do your own thing, unless you're like going out or something. But I don't know how old you guys are, whatever, but so people are playing these games until early hours in the morning, and I know I do quite a lot. I've done a few all-nighters in my time, and I don't know if I regret them, like sometimes I do, because it just puts you really out of sync. And I know I want to get a better sleeping pattern, but it's just really hard sometimes. And so yeah, I really do think it does affect sleeping patterns in general, just gaming, just because your mind's kind of thinking about it, and you try not to get it to affect life too much, but sometimes it just does. Get over it, just because it is quite a big part of life sometimes, if you kind of, because people are logging on this game every day. I know I do log on every day pretty much, and releasing daily content now. I do want to log on every day, get some videos out and whatever. I guess that'll be the end to this real life discussion. Won't keep it too long, but if you guys do like it, yeah, I'll definitely do some more, maybe make it a weekly thing. Leave some topic discussions in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do for next week. Maybe I'll answer some questions or whatever, and just anything like that really. So subscribe if you enjoy. Any feedback is appreciated. And another tip, get a swivelly chair like this if you're playing RuneScape or anything, just because they're so fun just to swivel around in. But yeah, thanks guys, and I'll see you later.